The year was 1942, and the Pacific skies were a deadly chessboard. America was still reeling from Pearl Harbor, and Japanese forces controlled vast stretches of the ocean and island chains. Every airstrip, every supply route, every strategic point became a target. Pilots were on constant high alert, often flying missions far beyond what any human might endure. Their P-40s their only shield against overwhelming enemy fire. Among these missions, one stands out in history. The day a single P-40 pilot faced an armada of 64 Japanese aircraft. The pilot, an American Air Force ace whose name would later become legendary, was assigned to defend a critical airfield in the Pacific Theater. Japanese intelligence had pinpointed the location, planning a massive aerial strike to destroy fuel depots, munitions, and American aircraft on the ground. The situation was dire. If the airfield fell, Allied operations in the region would face catastrophic setbacks. And yet only one pilot was airborne at the crucial moment to intercept the incoming armada. As the first enemy planes appeared on the horizon, the pilot's heart pounded, but his mind was razor sharp. He had trained for dogfights, but never against such overwhelming numbers. The P-40 Warhawk, though not the fastest aircraft in the sky, was armored, agile, and deadly in skilled hands. Every maneuver had to be precise, every shot calculated. He knew that mistakes would be fatal, yet hesitation was not an option. The Japanese formation split into waves, approaching from multiple directions, intending to encircle the lone fighter. The pilot used steep dives and sharp turns to avoid becoming an easy target. He fired bursts at bombers and fighters alike, prioritizing those threatening the airfield below. Tracer rounds illuminated the sky, creating a deadly ballet of fire, smoke, and metal. Ground crews watched in disbelief as one plane moved through dozens of enemies, an almost supernatural display of skill and bravery. The battle intensified as the sun climbed higher. Enemy planes pressed forward, forcing the pilot to constantly adjust altitude, speed, and trajectory. Every maneuver required anticipation of enemy intent. He executed split S-dives, barrel rolls, and high-speed climbs to avoid flanking attacks. Bullets tore through clouds and smoke while the roar of engines drowned out all else. It was a chaotic, high-stakes dance where one miscalculation could end everything. For nearly an hour, the lone P-40 became both shield and sword. The pilot shot down enemy aircraft with stunning precision, his movements almost instinctual. Japanese pilots, experienced and skilled, struggled to maintain coordination against a single foe whose audacity defied logic. Some formations broke apart, others stalled, and a few were forced to retreat. Witnesses on the ground later recalled that the sky seemed to belong to the lone P-40, a symbol of American courage and resilience. The pilot's resourcefulness extended beyond shooting. When ammunition ran low, he used tactical maneuvers to force enemies into vulnerable positions. He drew some planes into pursuit, leading them away from the airfield while targeting high-value bombers with remaining bullets. Each second was a calculation. Preserve the airfield, survive, and maximize damage to enemy forces. This balance between offense and defense highlighted not just skill, but tactical genius. At one point, the P-40 sustained damage. Bullets punctured the fuselage, the engine sputtered, and the canopy cracked from nearby blasts. Yet the pilot remained unshaken. The aircraft's durability and his steady hand kept him in the fight. He became a living embodiment of courage, showing that heroism was not merely a matter of firepower, but of determination, focus, and fearlessness under extreme pressure. As the battle progressed, Japanese forces began to underestimate the P-40's capabilities. They assumed fatigue or fear would force the pilot to retreat. But he held his position, intercepting bombers and strafing fighters with relentless precision. The airfield remained intact, the strategic objective preserved, and countless lives were saved. It was a victory against impossible odds, a testament to individual valor in the midst of total chaos. The pilot's actions had a ripple effect. Ground forces, inspired by his bravery, rallied to defend the perimeter more effectively. Allied commanders later credited him with preventing a catastrophic loss, proving that the impact of one courageous individual could extend far beyond immediate combat. The psychological effect on both sides was profound. Enemy morale faltered while American forces gained renewed confidence. Even after expending nearly all ammunition, the pilot continued to evade and harass the enemy formation. He forced enemy pilots to make critical mistakes, leading to crashes and disarray. Each maneuver demonstrated not only technical skill but mental resilience. He had turned desperation into strategy, chaos into opportunity, and vulnerability into strength. Finally, after the 64-plane armada had been repelled, the pilot returned to base. His aircraft scarred but flight-worthy. Ground crews and fellow pilots greeted him as a hero, many in disbelief at what a single P-40 had accomplished. Reports filed that day highlighted his courage, tactical brilliance, and unwavering commitment to duty. This single mission would become legendary in the annals of WWII air combat. The aftermath of the battle showed that heroism often comes with heavy burdens. The pilot was celebrated, but he also bore the memory of close calls, the sight of downed enemies, and the constant tension of survival under fire. Yet he remained humble, attributing his success to training, the P-40's capabilities, and his duty to protect others. His story would inspire countless generations of aviators and military enthusiasts. This incident, though just one of many in the Pacific theater, exemplified the extraordinary courage, skill, and determination that defined America's airmen in WWII. The lone P-40 against 64 Japanese planes remains a symbol of heroism, a vivid reminder that even against impossible odds, bravery, intelligence, and perseverance can change the outcome of war. Today, historians and military experts study this mission not just for its tactical brilliance, but for its demonstration of human courage under extreme pressure. The story continues to inspire, reminding us that in the face of overwhelming danger, one determined individual can make the impossible possible.